upon eternity, in the suburbs of infinity, there lived a tiny creature called Lucretia. Her hair was fiery red, the reddest hair in Hades, and her skin as white as snow. Unlike the other ladies who, after a millennium or two, tended to get brittle and a little charred, Lucretia just got freckles, which her sisters found exasperating. It was wicked to look lovely when the others were incinerating. But Lucretia didn't care, and when everyone was cooking, she would make a little face entirely out of place and style, a naughty devil's face that was almost like a smile. "She's an absolute disgrace," her mother used to say. "There's a pleasant streak right through her. She's a perfect little angel who'll destroy her parents yet. We gave her all the worst we had, and that's the thanks we get." But it didn't bother Lou if no one else could bear her. She knew that she was born to be a holy terror. Now, every year on Christmas Eve, hell is locked up tight. Not even Lucifer himself gets out that night. All the devils stay at home resting, wing and hoof, while sentries from the other place patrol the roof. And every year Lucretia asked what on earth occurred, but her mother just pretended that she never heard. Just before she went to bed this Christmas Eve, Lucretia said that she had left her pitchfork on the lawn. She ran outside and ran, as only little devils can. Before her parents knew it, she was gone. At the gates of hell, Gabriel, Lord of the heavenly host, was making tea and toast over his flaming sword when he spied Lucretia peering through the bars. "Please, sir," she cried, "I must have missed the road to Earth in all this smog, and someone stole my angel's frock, and please, sir, can't you please unlock the gate?" In 1900 years and more of regular Christmas duty at the door of hell, Gabriel had never spied an angel on the other side, nor had he ever seen a cherub with green eyes, copper hair, and a certain undeniable savoir faire. "I'm sorry, child," he said kindly, "but orders are given to be obeyed," with a smart click of his wings, blindly. "In that case," Lou proposed, "I guess I'll have to—" "Say, do you smell something burning?" "The toast!" cried Gabriel. "It's black!" He turned to snatch his flaming sword, and silently, without a word, Lucretia picked the lock and fled to earth behind his back. Hair streaming in the black winds of energy that flow through eternity, Lucretia tumbled. In an instant she was past the outer galaxies, hair flickering in the faint, incredibly ancient rays of a million suns, spinning nights and uncounted days like gold and silver threads into a shining pocket where the small planet Earth glows like a glass marble. Above the earth there were angels winging among the northern lights, harping and hymning and hallelujah. Out of the way! Lucretia's cry echoed from space. The caroling stopped. Every angel's face was turned to watch this unidentified object barrel into the atmosphere, helter-skelter in a welter of wows and gollies and inappropriate cries, crash through a cloud and disappear from sight. "Another satellite," they sighed. "Did you hear the slang? American for sure. It's more than harp and halo can endure." Almost out of control, diving into Montreal, Lucretia lowered a toe into the unfamiliar snow, went capsizing and pinwheeling like a white tornado across a yard and into a fence. A basement door opened. An old man peered out and blinked in surprise. There she sat, diamonded, naked as Eve, spitting like a cat and scratching the snow from her opalescent eyes. Inside the chill basement room, the old man sat on the edge of his bed, staring, fingering his beard. "I must be dreaming," he said. "Tell me," commanded Lucretia, standing beneath the naked light like a flaming white Christmas candle. "Tell me about Christmas." "There's nothing to tell," he said. But Lucretia persisted. "How do you make a Christmas?" "Make it?" said the old man curiously. Lucretia asked, "What's the recipe?" "Well," he said, "first you need a tree." "A tree?" "A Christmas tree, you apparition. Bright as fish in an evergreen wigwam, arrowed with candy canes, a bumbershoot blooming with tinsel." "Like this?" inquired Lou. She snapped her fingers and cried, "Olé!" And zap, zap, zap. As they say, the most fantastic Christmas tree in all the firmament sparkled in the basement. "It's heaven sent," the old man cried. "Just so," Lucretia lied. "Is there anything else that we require?" "If I could have my heart's desire," said the elderly child, his eyes alight, "I'd like a roaring birch log fire and a cast-iron stove this Christmas night, a bottle of beer, a cat on a rug, the smell of turkey and oatmeal stuffing, and outside the window, white cotton curtains, moonlight on the drifts as smooth as milk." But that could never. "Well, I never." "Let me try," said the happy old man. "Here's a party dress for you, and a hair bow too, velvet green, patent leather, slippers, socks." "Why, it's gorgeous," gasped Lucretia. "Here's a sideboard, Louis XIV's, Persian rugs on all the floors. Don't forget," the old man cried, "holly on the chandelier." "We haven't one, you silly dear," laughed Lucretia as the greenery fell all around the Christmas dinner that the old sinner and the little devil had given each other. After the feast was over, after the crackers pulled, after the paper fortunes read, when all the world had gone to bed, it was time for Lucretia to go. "Next Christmas," the old man whispered. "Well," said Lucretia, "strictly illicit. But now that I know what it's all about, I wouldn't miss it!"